Take a break from studying for finals and come see women's basketball taking on Albany. The Stags finally close out a program record-tying 5-game homestand as they play their last game before exams. Time to study up on Albany, a mid-major power that returns 4 starters from a team that almost upset Duke in last year's NCAA tournament. Fairfield, though, was up for the challenge and played arguably their best defensive and shooting game of the season. Let's look at the offense first. First quarter, Stags led for nearly 6 minutes as they took a 10-6 lead. 4 different players would score during that early run. Shots lines 3, the first of 4 from her on the night. And here's Kelsey Carey's jumper that gave the Stags a 4-point opening quarter lead. But the big story early on was their defense. The Stags had a challenge with the athletic Great Danes, but they clamped down inside the post early on. Albany regained their composure and took a 6-point first half lead. Fairfield making their run in the third quarter. Samantha Cooper from 3 and 1. That would make it a 4-point game. She missed the free throw, however, so the Stags could not cut it to a 1-possession game. This is their final run, and it started with a circus layup from Casey Smith. Stags down by 5, but then the transition and the quickness of Albany just outlasted the Stags. All-American Charissa Richards finished with 25 points, and her running mate, Imani Tate, well, she added 16. The Stags showed a ton of positives, but still fall to mid-major power UAlbany 62-50.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not happy with the loss, but you can take a lot of positives away from this. I thought that was the most committed effort we've had on the defensive end of the floor that we've had all year long. I mean, they ended up with 62, but we had to try pressing with about 6.5 minutes to go in the game. And that opened the floor up, and it's something that we probably wouldn't have done ordinarily against that team. So we really had a chance to really hold them to the mid-50s. And that's a really good team that made the NCAA tournament last year, almost beat Duke at Duke, and has the bulk of their players back. They're very physical. Richards is as good a player as we're going to see all year long. I think she's one of the best post players you're going to see, mid-major or not. They're just a really, really good basketball team. And the fact that we were laying out, diving all over the place, trying to get loose balls in the last minute and a half, even though we were down by 10, that says a lot. You know, a kid like Casey Smith laying it out there. And all of our kids played tremendously hard tonight. And that's what we talked about, trying to get more of a defensive mindset and take that moving forward. Obviously, you know, the record's not really where we want it to be right now. We lost, you know, a few games in a row here, but the reality is we just played 4 really good teams in a row, too. And right now, we're just not ready to beat those teams. But I told them there's a lot of games left, and by the end of the year, the key is to make ourselves ready to beat those teams.